What's going on, everyone? Today is the opening day of Food and Wine Festival here at Epcot, and we are super excited for it. We've been looking forward to this for a long time.
Yes.
And we're here today.
For a long time, he made since Flower & Garden.
Pretty much, since it ended. In June, May, whenever that was, you know.
But today is Thursday, August 30th, and because it's a Thursday, they are doing pass holder thank you Thursdays, and they are letting annual pass holders in an hour before the park opens to go get some pass holder merchandise.
It's super early, nothing's open yet, so we're just gonna like walk around, probably take a look at the map, take a look at the book,
Go to the festival center.
strategize,
Yeah.
even though that means absolutely nothing because it never happens.
Nope.
And enjoy the day. Check out the food. It's going to be awesome. And always remember, we're not going to try everything today. There's going to be a ton of footage that just rolls out throughout the season.
Yeah. We'll be back multiple times. Don't worry. So we have made it to the Festival Center, which is the old Wonders of Life Pavilion. And this is where you can get basically all the merchandise and your annual pass holder magnet, which I'm like super excited about because this is so cute.
All right, so I have no idea where Taylor went. She's around here somewhere, but I figured I'd get in a little bit of commentary before we get too far ahead of ourselves. So we are here in the Festival Center, as Taylor said. We got our magnets. We're just checking out all the merchandise. They've got a ton of really cool new merchandise here this year. Of course, they always have very cool different types of wine glasses. They also have like different types of tumblers. The shirts this year are really cool, and the color theming that they have is very nice. I really enjoy that as well. Really cool cutting boards, really cool shirts. We haven't gotten a gift card yet. I think we're going to wait and get one outside just because the line here is super long for APs. It's basically going all the way back outside the door, coming into the Festival Center here. But if you don't know, here at the Festival Center, there are multiple things you can do. So they have Girardelli's little stand back in here. You can get some chocolates. You're also going to have a lot of merchandise in here, of course, and then they're also going to do a lot of demonstrations. So those are cooking demonstrations that actually feature some pretty prominent chefs within the food industry. Which is really cool. We've never actually done one of those. I don't know that we're going to do one this year, but there's a lot of merchandise. Very cool stuff. Ornaments are kind of cool. They've got salt and pepper shakers that are like grinders, but I'm really ready. I'm ready to get to the food. We've got like 2 or 3 more hours still until the food booths actually open up. So it's like, come on, hurry up. Okay, so we have now officially gotten our little gift card from at the stand right here behind us. This is the stand we always go to. We always get our gift card here. This is usually where we buy merchandise. This line is not long at all. It's still early. It's like just after 9 o'clock. We're gonna walk around and try to shoot some B-roll of some of the booths that we can get to here.
Yeah, as close as we can get anyway.
But as you can see, it's super hot out because look.
He just touched me.
My shirt's already changing to a different color.
Soaked.
So that's what happens when you wear a backpack instead of a shoulder strap.
On to check out the booths. So we are here in the Light Lab, which is right behind Club Cool, and I have got the Phosphorescent Freeze. It's basically a frozen little drink. And to find out what's actually even in it, you have to get one of these little cards, and it tells you how they make it on here, but then they give you a magnifying glass so you can actually even see what your flavors are. So it's got cotton candy, orange mango, and green apple. Refreshing on this hot day.
Taylor started off with a drink at the Light Lab, and I'm going to start off with drinks from just outside of the Light Lab, which is where you can find the cider flight this year. Are you surprised? Of course, you shouldn't be, because if you've been watching, you know that this is like my go-to for every single festival, is the cider flight. Now I have to say that the cider flight this year already starts off on a better note than previous years because it's right here at the front of the park. So we have the Original Sin Dry Rose Hard Cider, which is from New York, New York. The Three Daughters Brewing Blueberry Peppercorn Hard Cider from St. Petersburg, Florida. And the Cider Boys Zen Berry Hard Cider from Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Alright, so the Blueberry Peppercorn Hard Cider, so it's actually pretty good. You get a slight blueberry taste in there. There's no peppercorn taste, so there's not like a bite. Alright, next is going to be the Cider Boys Zen Berry Hard Cider from Wisconsin. Ooh, this smells really good. This is almost like a cranberry juice, but it's good. It's a mixture of berries. And then we have the Original Sin Rose Hard Cider. This is the lightest of the three. Yeah, this is definitely more like a blush wine and not so much as a cider, but it still is very good. Transitioning right now, we are right outside of Flavors from Fire, so this is actually where we're gonna get food from right now. The lines are long. Today is gonna be super busy. It's the opening day, but I'm still super excited.
So like Josh said, we are here at Flavors from Fire, and I actually got one of the new items this year. It is a charred chimichurri skirt steak. It comes with a smoked corn cake, pickled vegetables slaw, and a cilantro aioli. It smells really good. The steak looks like it's cooked really well. Definitely has a really nice charred flavor, and I think that makes sense for being at this pavilion with the Flavors from Fire. It's got really good seasoning in there. And I actually really like this cilantro aioli on here. I don't get a ton of chimichurri flavor. It's like in the background a little bit. I definitely think the charredness like overpowers it a little bit, but it's really good. And then I'm gonna try this corn cake. This corn cake's actually really good. I don't really know how to describe it. There are some pieces of corn in there, but it also has a little bit of that like smokiness flavor in it. A great new addition to Flavors from Fire this year.
Okay, so this year I have got something that is a favorite for myself. I got this multiple times last year here from Flavors of Fire, and it is the smoked corned beef, which comes with warm crispy potatoes, pickled onions, and blonde ale beer fondue. It's really good. This is a huge favorite of mine. Basically the beer fondue is like the beer cheese back in Canada. Really good. And then you've got this corned beef, which is nice and briny, salty. This is super good. This is a must-do. Every time that I come here, I'm gonna try and wait until like towards the end to get this again, but probably won't happen. All right, so I'm sure that you guys know of and have seen Sean from Negro Orlando before. Look what this guy's brought.
This is the swine brine. It's a meat juice, bourbon, some apple juice, maybe a little bit of lime, garnished with a piece of meat. Josh, do you want some swine brine?
Josh, you have to, man. You have to.
It really does not sound like all that appetizing to me.
It's food and wine, baby.
Not only does he not just take a sip, he just chugs the whole thing.
Oh, you gotta eat the meat afterwards.
So first day of food and wine, and it is raining outside. It's pouring right now.
So we are here in the culinary corridor, and my stop was for Earth Eats. I guess actually Josh got his stuff from there too. And I got the Steakhouse Blended Burger, which actually is a new item here at Earth Eats this year. And I got the blended beef and wild mushroom slider with brie cheese fondue, arugula, truffle and blue cheese potato chip, and it's on a brioche bun. It looks delicious. They should sell this here in Epcot somewhere year-round as a full-size burger because this is really good. The burger's cooked perfectly well. That cheese is perfection. I think that's probably the best part of this burger, is the cheese. And then that potato chip on there adds a nice little crunch. This is a great new addition to Earth Eats this year.
All right, I'm gonna give this burger a try. Ooh, smells really good. That's an excellent burger. You get like a good taste of the arugula in there, but then there's like some mushroom. And there's also the truffle, and I think the truffle in there actually really sets it off. And I think the other thing that I really liked about it is that when you take that first bite into the burger, you get that crunch of the chip, just like Taylor was saying. I actually really, really enjoyed that. It almost makes me want to put chips on my burgers at home whenever I make burgers. This year, they've totally turned the tables. There are no alcoholic beverages at all, and it's actually just pressed juices. Now, these juices aren't actually made here or pressed here. They are a brand called Suja, I think. I might be pronouncing that completely wrong. So we have 3 different types of juices. We have an Urban Greens, we have a Vibrant Probiotic, and then a Mighty Dozen juice. These are all cold juices. They're not warm. So here's the thing about juices, and I'm just going to be straight up and honest with you, is that pressed juices can be really deceiving and look really gross. For example, you can't really see the top of this drink. Maybe you can in the pan shot that I did. But it actually looks like this is just basically water and algae, but it smells really good. So this is the Urban Greens. It tastes like there is probably a lot of spinach, kale, maybe a little bit of lemon juice in there with some lime. It's not too bad. It's pretty good. This is the Vibrant Probiotic. You can see it kind of has like this pink looking, actually smells like it might have like a little bit of lemon in it. This is probably going to be the easiest one to drink. It's pretty much just water. It tastes like it might have some watermelon in it with some lemon. Quite good. Probiotic. Very good. And then we have the Mighty Dozen. So, very interesting. I just noticed this. This is totally different than what's in the book. If you actually go and look on the sign, it's the Suja cold pressed juices. In the book, it actually is called Health Aid Kombucha. The last one, the Mighty Dozen, actually tastes like a combination of greens and fruits. It's pretty good. You got like maybe some apple juice in there, a little bit of lime, a little bit of lemon, mixed with probably kale, spinach. Overall, very good, very clean and healthy for you.
So we are here in Brazil, and I am finally trying the Brazilian cheese bread. Oh, yes. Hashtag string fail. I was trying to get it to like be real stretchy. It really doesn't need any sort of sauce or anything like that, but I do sort of wish I had like pizza sauce to dip it in because I like cheesy bread with pizza sauce. But this is really good. Bread's nice and soft, a little crispy on the outside. Cheese is so good.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and try some of this cheesy bread. This smells fantastic, and it tastes as good as it smells. I think one thing I would mention is that this comes with like 2 pieces of the bread cheese. Definitely something that's worth getting one if you're 2 people, and just splitting it. You know, one person gets 1 piece. Taylor got 1 piece, I got the other piece. It's good, worth the split. So we are here in Japan, and I have got the spicy salmon tuna roll, I believe. One thing is that it's not cut up, but it comes with this volcano sauce over top of it, and it's basically just the salmon and tuna wrapped up. I mean, look at this thing's huge. Got the volcano sauce on it. It's definitely a little bit spicy, but overall very good. Love the flavor, love the texture. The salmon and the tuna is like kind of ground up, and it just mixes really well with the rice. And the volcano sauce adds a really nice bite spiciness to it. To wash it down, I've got this, I don't even remember what it's called. All right, so I've got the Fuji apple cocktail. It's sake, peach schnapps, and green apple syrup. Smells wonderful. Super sweet. Goes down extremely easy. That's a toxic concoction right there.
I heard peach schnapps and I was right over.
It's very good.
Oh man.
All right, so we are in Spain, and I have the charcuterie in a cone, which I have to say, first off, I'm already just a little disappointed. I thought the cone was going to be edible, but it's really just a plate made out of woody paper.
Cone.
Basically, this is just like a charcuterie, so you're going to have cuts of meat with cheese, and then it's drizzled with a olive oil, like vinaigrette, herb vinaigrette. It smells fantastic. First things first, I'm going to try this cheese. It's very good. The herb vinaigrette actually has a little bit of like a spiciness to it, a little bit of a bite, just a little surprising, not what I was actually expecting, but still pretty good. And then basically they top the cone with this like huge piece of prosciutto. Definitely not a fan of prosciutto, but it's still pretty good. One thing I was definitely looking forward to are these olives. Huge fan of olives. Yeah, I mean overall it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. I think it's right around $6.50. Might be on a little bit on the high side for price. Again, I mean it's basically a charcuterie. Overall pretty good. I need a drink now.
We are now in China, and I have got the Beijing duck bao with hoisin sauce, and it does have some onions on it as well. They're red onions. I do not like raw onions, so I picked those off. But this was one of my favorite things last year, so I had to get it again. The hoisin sauce just makes the whole thing, and Josh does not get any.
I don't want any.
Can you come over here and take a bite with me? So Steph and I have walked around basically the whole world showcase talking about the bao.
And I think it holds up to expectation.
I think so too. Here at the Chocolate Studio, and we are finishing the day with my absolute favorite thing from Food and Wine. Liquid Nitro Chocolate Almond Truffle. So good. Tastes like a really good chocolate mousse. I don't even need to describe it to you, you just need to get it. I will probably get this almost every time we come here. And Josh will give me crap for it. I don't care. I'm getting it.
Very good. I don't get as much almond flavor as I would like to get in it. And that it is very good. It's just like a chocolate mousse that they just dip in liquid nitro. I don't know if it's worth getting every time.
It is. Bye, guys.
See you guys. Have fun.
So I think that was a pretty successful first day of the 2018
Yeah.
Epcot International Food and Wine Festival.
So something I want to add, because I don't know that we mentioned this while we were walking around, but we got a gift card. The whole purpose of getting a gift card is so that you're not burning through money in your pocket. It's really a way to like kind of manage how much you spend. So typically what we'll do is we'll just get a gift card, pick a certain amount that we want to spend, and we'll put it on there. So then that way we can keep track of how much we have left. Allows you to kind of pick and choose, I think, a little bit better as to whether or not you really want something, or if you don't want something or you want to wait for something else later. And
it's also a lot more convenient because then you don't have to keep getting your wallet or your cash out every single time you get up to a kiosk. You just scan your gift card and you're good to go. And it just hangs on your wrist like this.
unless they card you and then you have to get out your ID. But
yeah.
other than that, it's actually very convenient. And another thing is too is that each year they change up the gift cards.
Yeah, so it's like a little souvenir.
It is. So if you don't really want to spend any money on actual souvenirs, it's almost like a free souvenir that you don't have to pay for.
We sort of forgot to do this, but we have our little passport book, and this has all the menus listed in the book. And you can basically go through and check off where you've been, what food you've had, and then they have a whole page of stickers in here, so whenever you complete a country, you can put your sticker in there. That way you know you've been there and completed the country.
Yeah. So another thing I would mention too is that if you're looking to come here to Food and Wine, try to get here during the week. It's going to be way less busier than what it is going to be on a Saturday or Sunday, or
even a Friday evening.
Even a Friday evening. It's going to be, you're going to definitely see a crowd level difference. So if you can, try to be here then and not on the weekend, but obviously if you have to, you have to.
So we didn't get one of these this year because Josh buys one every year and then we never use it. They have little plates that you can buy, and it's basically an L shape for food, and then there's a little holder for a cup in there. So if you get a food item and a drink at a kiosk, then you can put it all on your little plate and carry it around, and it's much easier to carry both things and try and eat and drink at the same time.
I haven't got it yet. But they're right around, I think, like $5 or $7. So it's not really that bad of a price. And it does help you carrying your food and your drink at the same time. It does help. Makes a big difference.
This would be a good day to not book a dining reservation for like breakfast or lunch, because then that way you're not stuffed whenever you get here. And then you can go somewhere for dinner.
Yeah, or do a breakfast reservation since nothing opens up until 11.
Yeah.
And save...
do an early breakfast.
Maybe do... lunch around the world, or you could even do dinner around the world, trying a bunch of different things. But these are great small portions, great for couples.
Shareables.
Absolutely.
The more you share, the more you can try. So
that's true.
We will definitely be back to Food and Wine. We have until November, so we still have a lot of food to try that we haven't had yet.
I guarantee we're back on Saturday.
He's probably right.
We still have money left on our gift card, so we didn't even use it all.
Yeah, no, we didn't, and we had a lot of food. So
we did.
Let us know in the comments below what you are looking forward to this year at Food and Wine Festival here at Epcot.